Hello everyone and welcome once again to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you step-by-step method of making the best tasting Agushi or Egusi stew. This one is a banger and you are definitely going to love it. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and watch it till the end. And here are the ingredients that we'll be using for our Agushi or Egusi stew. I have here some cow skin or wele as we call it in Ghana, which has been cleaned thoroughly and cut into pieces. Here I have some tripe or towel as we call it in Ghana. That's the popular name, towel. I'll also be using some beef. I have here some diced fresh tomatoes. And the main ingredients for this recipe is melon seeds. Yes, melon seeds. We call it akatsua in our local dialect in Ghana. Or you can say agushi or egusi as the Nigerians call it. I also have here some fresh onions, garlic, ginger, red habanero pepper, and some aniseed. And then we'll be using some palm oil and spinach. You can use fresh spinach, but I decided to use frozen chopped spinach. Whichever one you use, it's fine. So I start by putting all my protein into a big saucepan and then just blend my onion, garlic, ginger, and aniseed. I use 1/3 of it and pour it over the protein, rinse the bowl and add just a little water, and then I add salt to taste and mix it. The idea is to build the flavors, okay? I just cover it and allow it to steam for about 10 minutes, after which I add more water and just allow it to cook until it's soft and tender and ready to be used for the stew. So for my melon seeds, I wash it thoroughly to get rid of any dirt and just pour everything into my blender. You realize that I'm using a large quantity. I add a bit of water, not too much, and then I blend it till it's smooth. You don't want your blended melon seeds to be watery. This is the texture we're going for, and it's perfect because we want it to be lumpy in the stew. And for the spinach, because I'm using frozen chopped spinach, I thawed it and squeezed all the water out of it. So now our meat is ready, it's soft and tender. Now let's start preparing the stew. In my big saucepan, I pour the palm oil, allow it to heat up, and then I add the rest of the onion, garlic, ginger, and aniseed mix, stir it, and allowed it to simmer for about 5 minutes. And my kitchen was already smelling so good. So I blended my tomatoes and pepper and then poured it into a separate saucepan on low heat and allowed it to simmer until the water content had reduced drastically. And I did this whilst my protein or my meat was cooking, right? This way you reduce the cooking time drastically. So that is what I just added to my saucepan. I stirred it, cover it, and allow it to simmer for another 5 minutes. It's important to check on your stew after every 5 minutes or so and stir it to prevent it from burning. So I do that and then I cover it and allow it to simmer until it's ready for the next stage. It's now time to add in the blended melon seeds. I use my spoon to just scoop it bit by bit and just drop them in my stew until everything has gone in there. And once that is done, I cover it and allow it to cook or simmer for about 6 to 8 minutes on very low heat. So I check on it after about 8 minutes or so, and look at how beautiful and delicious this Agushi stew is already looking. So I just use my spoon to stir it gently Cover it again and allow it to simmer for an additional 5 minutes, and then we know that our melon seed, so agushi, is now completely cooked. This looks so good. You'd actually think it's a large batch of eggs that has been put in there, but it's only because we blended our melon seeds with just a little water. You can see the chunks of the agushi in there, right? So perfect. I'm now adding in the cooked beef, tripe, and cowhide, and you can see I added the stock because it will give it extra flavor. Make sure that your stock is not too watery, so allow it to cook until you have a thick sauce or thick stock, and then you can add it to your stew and just give it that extra flavor. It's now time to add the spinach. So I'm using chopped spinach. I took it out of the freezer, allowed it to thaw, and then I squeezed out all the water. It's important to do that. You can see there's no moisture in this one, right? Yes. So it goes into the stew and I stir everything until it's well combined. You can use fresh spinach if you don't like the frozen or the chopped one, or cocoyam leaves, popularly called kontomire in Ghana. Whichever one you prefer works. So I added more palm oil because palm oil is very healthy, but if you don't want too much oil in your stew, you can totally omit this step and just stirred everything together. You can see it's looking so beautiful. I seasoned it with 1 shrimp tablet and salt to taste and mixed everything together. If you're watching this video and you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so by clicking on the subscribe button. It's free and you can expect this recipe and more exciting ones on my channel. And I would love to hear from you, so share in the comment section and tell me where you're watching this video from and if you're going to try this recipe, okay? And please like or give this video a thumbs up. Our agushi or egusi stew is ready to be enjoyed. It looks delicious, it tastes amazing, and I know that when you try it, you're going to love it. This stew is so delicious and it pairs with virtually everything. You can have it with some eba or banku or kenkey, or you can have it with some boiled rice or plantain or yam. You just name it. It's so good and I hope you're going to try it. So I enjoyed it with some eba, as you can see, and every bite of it was so amazing. And I told you, when I'm cooking my meat, it has to be soft so that you take a bite and it literally melts in your mouth. And I also served it up with some rice for the house, and he enjoyed it. The kids also loved it, and I know that when you try it, you're going to enjoy it as well. But please remember to give this video a thumbs up and share a comment. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. To my subscribers, I love and appreciate you. To the new ones, I know you're going to click on the subscribe button, so thank you in advance.